Alright, I'm making this video to help a lot of people out there who are not 100% sure on how to debug with Unity. Debug logs can only get you so far, but a lot of times conditionals will trip you up and you think some things may be happening that are actually not. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm using Emerald AI here just as a test bed because that's where I happen to be working on right now. And I'll show you real quick how to do a quick debug. Let's say you're not 100% sure that your enemy character over here, let me just swing over there, this guy, is not receiving damage and you can't figure out why. Well, what you're gonna do is locate, and usually the packages have decently named methods. Emerald AI has one called, it's pretty straightforward, called damage, and it's nicely commented, damages are AI, okay, if enabled. So I'm pretty sure this is what we're going to do here. Now, Visual Studio, what it does is you enable breakpoints. Breakpoints are positions in the code that will actually stop the execution of the editor and the code and let you investigate basically what's going on there. So, first thing we need to do is attach Visual Studio to Unity. You can do that while it's running or you can do it while it's in edit mode. So now we're attached. I'm going to slide this out of the way. I'll bring it back when I need to. So let's go ahead. Right now, let's assume our problem is we don't know why we're not hitting our enemy. So let's go grab a gun. Alright, it's coming for us. Take a shot. Alright, everything stops because I gotta get over there. Our breakpoint has been hit. I've set this breakpoint entity damage dealer. This is something that is part of HQFBS template. It's something I've integrated. So right here, I just want to make sure that I can get the Emerald AI system, which I can, and so it's going to eventually call the damage function on the Emerald AI system. So what does it look like? Here we've got a step over, and here we've got a step into. So step over just means execute that instruction. Alright, execute that instruction. So since our object wasn't null, it's going to change the damage info that was received by HQFBS and add a multiplier to it. Alright, so we know our Emerald AI is not null. And so what we're going to do is here's where the step into comes in. If we stepped over this, it would execute this and it really wouldn't give us any information that we need. So here's a step into. If you step into it, it'll go into the function that you're calling. Now here the function is effectively an accessor. So that's why I jumped into this get, quote unquote, get method for the delta. This right here is step out. We're going to step out because we don't need to call this. We don't care about this call right here. Step in again. Another get for the entity. Don't care. Step out. That's what it was. That's what it was going for. All right. Let's step in again. Hit impulse. We don't care. All right. Damage. Here we are. Now, if you noticed, I had set here another breakpoint in here. If I didn't want to go through all that garbage before, all I needed to do was hit continue, and that would have continued execution up until the next breakpoint. So I set another one further down below, and we're going to hit continue again. It'll go through all that code until we get here. Alright, so now I need to determine, okay, what's my attacker transform? It's player. Is it my current follow target? No, I don't have a current follow target. What's my behavior reference? It's aggressive, which is not a companion. And let's hope I'm not dead. Alright. That's good, but it's not going to evaluate to true. Alright. Behavior reference. It's not a companion. That's good. That's going to be true. And behavior reference is not a pet. It's true, and hopefully not dead. Good. So this whole thing is going to evaluate to true. I'm going to jump in and not blocking. Going to jump in. Damage amount. All right. It takes off the damage amount. Current health is 51. All right. Now here's where our damage event invoke comes from. Let's say we weren't getting invoked. Okay. Here's where we would determine, okay, are all these values proper? How come this isn't being called? In my case, it's being called. All right, so if we continue, and if I shoot him again, it'll stop at that same point. All right, so let's say I'm happy with where I am. Let me hit stop. Unity editor will continue running. I'll just stop debugging. Hit stop. I better get back and kill this guy. Alright, good. So I've got no issues in that debugger session. So that's about it. That's kind of how you debug. Yeah, any comments, anything I missed, let me know.